This is Friday, the 3rd day of July 2026. Good afternoon, everyone. In this video, I want us to talk about the US withdrawing the troops they sent to Nigeria, why they withdraw it, and what I think that went wrong. Now, before we go into that, I was going through my files yesterday, and I discovered that for over the years, past years, there are some things I documented that I have not shared with you people. And one of them that I saw there is about Samuel Deborah. Samuel Deborah is the girl that they killed in Sokoto State. What I'm going to tell you about Samuel Deborah is not about her death because everyone knows what really transpired. But there is something that I recorded about Deborah that I've not shared to you. But I don't know if you have heard it from another place, okay? Because after the death of Samuel Deborah, a lot of things happened, and we were waiting for justice because even the people who burned her to death, they showed the matches they used to burn her to death. So they were not like trying to run away from what they did. They were happy that they did that. In fact, they called it blasphemy, which is backed up by Sharia law, not Nigerian constitution. Like I used to tell you that Nigerian constitution can't save you in Nigeria. No, never. Nigerian constitution can save you. So when Sharia comes against you, Nigerian constitution cannot save you. So it is that. That is a hard fact that you will accept. So you ask yourself whether you are a Federal Republic of Nigeria person or citizen, or no matter what you call yourself, or you are an Islamic Caliphate of Nigeria citizen. So that is the two questions that is before you that you have to answer. If your constitution can save you, what else that will save you? The reason why I'm saying this is that when Deborah was killed, you know that it is the federal government that normally takes charge of the prosecution of people who carried out that evil. If you do anything wrong, the government will now charge you, either through police or through any government agent. So the prosecution team now belongs to the federal government. Then they hire up to 42 senior advocate of Nigeria to defend people who burn Deborah Samuel. Guess what? After the what is it called? The court proceeding wanted to start, and it started. What we heard that it has been withdrawn, like they struck the case out. We started doing some investigation. What could happen? A case of murder like this, of high magnitude, what will make people to withdraw out of this case? We discovered that the first president of Nigeria ordered them to withdraw. People in Aso Rock are the second president. We have first president of Nigeria. And they withdraw this case because this case is not against the constitution they are using, which is Sharia law. You may you may think otherwise, you may not understand what I'm talking about. The people who murdered Deborah, like they were not hiding. Police could not even arrest and continue the prosecution. They are now free. You understand? This is what happened, bro. Then, like, it was recorded. The evidence is there up to today. Like, what went wrong? That is a question I want you people to answer. What went wrong? Like, nobody talks about it. Deborah was 200 level home economics student of Shehu Shagari College of Education in Sokoto State there. And as usual, your lawyers, your MBA, your senior GOs, and all those, nobody could stand for this girl. Nobody could stand for it. It's only this OPN pastor that later supported the family. But we are talking about justice here. Now, because the Deborah's case was not handled very well, things continue to go wrong. And after Deborah's issue, a lot of these mob actions have taken place ever since then. Not once, not two times. I also talk about the girl they chop her hand off with cutlass. Who did that? The terrorists they call the bandits. Who is this girl? This girl is a Christian girl, 11 years old. The bandits approached her for marriage, asking her hands in marriage. The mother said, my daughter is a Christian. She's just growing up. She's not even adult. They said that no, it doesn't. She's matured, and that led to the confrontation because they refused, and they chopped her hand off. How long can all these things continue? No, how long can all these things continue? Anyway, that is by the way. Let us look into the U.S. withdraws majority of troops deployed to Nigeria after joint anti-ISIS operation. Now, Donald Trump had a good intention to to do something about the insecurity in Nigeria and what he referred to as the Christian genocide. He had a good intention. Then, after what he said, a lot of delegations started coming, going, coming, going. You know, I started doubting this move when they said they are collaborating with the Nigerian government. I said it is over. However, Donald Trump withdrawing this troop, I don't know if it is just withdrawing it and never talk about this issue. Remember the statement Donald Trump made, and I was asking who lied to him when he said that he stopped Christian genocide in Nigeria, that he killed ISIS leaders and all those things. Yes, they struck targets of ISIS, and this is international terrorists. I was talking with one of the American person in the office of one senator. So he was trying to educate me about America's involvement in international war and all those things. That if they are doing it official, they are collaborating with the government of that particular country. That America only fight international terrorists like Al Qaeda, ISIS, all those things like Boko Haram. In fact, America did not even fight Boko Haram in Nigeria. They just focused on ISIS and but that is not ISIS is not the major problem. Though they are one, all of them, Boko Haram, ISIS, Al Qaeda, Wundo, Nakurawa, to mention but few. They are one. But the major one who are more deadlier than even ISIS and Boko Haram is this Fulani militia. These people they call bandits. So they are more dangerous. Why? Because these jihadists, these Islamic extremists, they are using these people to do principles of infiltration. These are the bandits that will go to hospital. They will act like someone who is even working in that hospital. Wear suit, do all those things. They will come to your church, perform like auction. They will go to so many places in your markets. They are selling tomato. So these people are more dangerous. They gather intel. They do whatever they want to do before they will strike. So not fighting them means you've not done anything. And there are also some Nigerian groups who are in abroad, especially the United States of America. These people also believe that the US collaborating with Nigeria that they can do something. No, they can't do anything as far as they are collaborating with Nigeria because the Nigerian government they are not innocent. You understand? They masterminded what is going on in the country. The proofs are there. They imported these militias, these terrorists, into the country, which is treasonable and terrorism-related charges are supposed to be fined against them, but they didn't. Nothing happened up to today. So America withdrawing this troop is even better because it was not serving the interest of the people. The American troops are in Nigeria and more deadlier things are going on. So what is the essence? So it's better they withdraw it as they has done. So if actually they want to do anything tomorrow, we will know that they are coming to do something. But we have understood that if actually we want to stop all these things, it must be done by we. It must be done by us. And any other help that is coming from outside our territory, it is going to be an additional something. And that is why we call for people to join like vigilante groups, the hunters, and so on and so forth. That is the only way you can genuinely license your gun and use it to protect your communities and use it to protect yourself. So this is what is actually going on. But that case of Deborah Samuel, I just decided to bring it out that the government withdrew the case. They withdrew the case and nothing happened again. So ask yourself the question. Someone who wants another person to death for no reason. I say no reason because they said she made a statement. If she made a statement, it's a civil something, why can't you take the person to court? No, because they don't practice Nigerian constitution. So Nigerian constitution cannot save you.
My name is Captain Effiong Ayo, retired. I have been to 5 countries to fight war. I have 5 war medals. Who truly owns Nigeria? Who is the owner of this country? Who owns Nigeria? Who is the cabal? You have been hearing cabal, cabal, cabal. Who is the cabal? Aliko Dangote. I was listening to him. He said when he was preparing for this refinery that is helping Nigeria, helping Africa and the entire world today. You see, God showed him that there will be a problem between Iran, Israel and America, and the Strait of Hormuz will be closed. Because of that, he went ahead to do this thing. But cabal fought him. Dangote said the cabal fought him, that he fought back. He remained small. They would have defeated him, just small. Who are the cabals? Who owns the cabal? Who controls the cabal? Now let's go on. Someone gave an order in Niger State before the kidnapping of those children. Someone gave an order according to the governor of Niger State. Soldiers were there. Then there was an order that the soldiers should be withdrawn. The moment the soldiers withdrew, the kidnappers entered there and kidnapped the school children. Who gave the order? Who gave? Senator Adam Ashimole shouted in the Senate. Everybody was making video about that. They say, who gave the order? They must bring the person to justice. Senator Godswill Akpabio was there looking at him like movie. He cannot do anything. Who is that cabal that's making Akpabio that I know that he can talk anyhow, cannot talk? Who is that cabal? Who controls the cabal? Who owns the cabal? That Adam Ashimole with all his man try at the end of the day, he cannot do anything. Who is the cabal? Who is controlling Nigeria? Now, we have what we call service chiefs. The chief of army staff, the chief of air staff, the chief of naval staff, the inspector general of police, or maybe the chief of a bandit staff if we have another one. But we know that the overall is the chief of defense staff. Now, when it reach the time for them to take order, it reach the time for chief of army staff to give order, he go give excuse, in the fear. It reach the time of chief of naval staff to give order, in the fear. It reach the time of chief of air staff to give order, in the fear. It reach the time of inspector general of police to give order, in the fear. Hey, that will never even do so. It reach the time for the chief of defense staff to give order, in the fear. In the fear. So the chief of defense staff was even saying, their prodigal son, we are giving a son, they will come back, they will repent. Prodigal son, from chief of defense staff of Nigerian army. You see that man who says, in the fear. Why in the fear? Who in the fear? A whole general, the fear. He never do, because when I think say the military could go solve the problem of Nigeria, Allah, no go solve. During the time of Goodluck Jonathan, unlike other African presidents, typically a Nigerian president, who has all the power, who had all the power, when they were counting the election, Jonathan said he received call, threats of life, that he has to give up the election. If not, they would have killed him. President, the fear said they go kill him. Who won't kill president? That means he get person, we are past president in Nigeria. So that means any person will become Nigerian president is like SUG president, Student Union Government president. You know, as a SUG president, I mean, the people we have in Nigeria as president, they are SUG president. They don't have the power. I'm not here to mock them. I'm here to tell you something so that you pity them. So that you cry for your country, Nigeria. There must be a way out. Now, you go say, go learn if you're man, don't mind me, don't drink, go grow. What about IBB? General Ibrahim Badamusi Babangida. During his book, when he was launching his book, he confessed. He said he annulled June 12 election because they threatened to kill him. Because if I now know, they go kill me. The whole IBB, the Baba, he said instead they fear cabal. Who be that cabal? Who won't threaten IBB? Nigerians, when I don't know what they happen for this control. Me, I retire from the army voluntarily. I know self complete 35 years. I know why I live. Because I don't go seek this country as I don't want to continue again. Because I'm not serving Nigerian army. Now listen to me. The first lady, the present first lady, I mean, President Tinubu's wife, thanked the US for bombing terrorist location in Nigeria, first in Sokoto. And she went ahead, still went ahead, to appeal that President Trump should come back and do more bombing, meaning Nigerian president self, get power to bomb terrorists in Nigeria. He doesn't have the power. President Tinubu is not weak. Of course you know. President Tinubu is in a place where we say, he just thinks saying go work, but when he reach here and he say, I saw this place be, he no fit bomb. Who bomb him? President Tinubu no fit give order. He no fit. Don't mind. All this is what they do. That time when they go French, when they go Benin Republic, go counter the coup. Just say na instruction they gave him. They gave him instruction. He cannot do it. He cannot do it. Okay, if he can do it in Benin Republic, why not he do it in Nigeria? Why not he do it in Nigeria? If he go in Benin Republic, look my eye. Use your brain, logically. Don't be emotional about this. If President Tinubu can go to Benin Republic and bombard other country, why not he bomb in Nigeria? This is done too much. Let me leave it for phase 2. Thank you.